Welcome, Cancer, to your weekly love reading for April 30th to May 6th of 2018. Now, this is going to, the first card we're going to start with is your theme as to what you might be experiencing, alright, for Cancer and love for April 30th to May 6th. The theme for Cancer. Queen of Swords. You got very stern, very serious. Maybe you communicate at times. Maybe you do things on your own. That's what it's calling for. Alright, for a lot of you, this could be another person that you could be around, working, a romantic partner, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, but often a energy that you are giving off. If you feel that you've been taken advantage of, you feel like you're not getting through to someone, you feel like someone is trying to get through to you, but you don't really want them to. If they're forcing you to in some way, it just depends on your situation. I feel like you kind of stepping back and just not having it, not being emotional this week. All right, the person or energy that's coming towards you this week for Gemini for April 30th, 36. They're hiding. They're not wanting to communicate, and that's almost like maybe emotional manipulation in some way. And if they are doing that, maybe they come and go. Sometimes they don't want to communicate when you do. That kind of energy is not healthy, all right? And I feel like that's why the energy of the universe is kind of telling you where you're having that approach of not falling for this kind of tactic, all right? So whoever it is trying to hide away for whatever reason it might be, right? Sometimes they may feel insecure. They may not be very confident to speak to you. They could be just doing these things because they know how it makes you feel, or they know that they can keep you waiting. Say for instance, if you've broken up with somebody and broken up with them and they've moved on to someone else, and they know that you still want to talk to them or get to know them, so they give you a little bit. They might speak to you, they might come see you, and then they disappear or something like that. Give you a little bit on, and go back to the other person, and they constantly do that. Just because that could be a situation for some of you out there, not all, but that could be an indication of manipulation. So that's not cool. All right. So let's see the advice for you. Hold on. That is no, your response. What is your response? Response, Cancer. Yeah, you're feeling hurt, right? I feel like whoever this is, whatever it is, they're hurting you, and it's not always to say it's them though, but I feel somebody is really experiencing the brunt of that lack of communication. These are all sword cards, and right now you may not even want to think about something that's been really frustrating you, irritating you a lot of times, especially if you've been ignored or just not feeling appreciated at times. I feel like that is the energy of kind of allowing something to end. You feel like you had enough of it and you kind of just let it go, so to speak, right? And let's see your advice. What's the advice for Cancer for April 30th, 36? It's conflict. Conflict is there, and this is like telling you, anytime I see this, it says, yeah, it's there. Maybe you want to get into it because you're heated about it. Maybe they, sometimes another person could make threats at you. Some of you could be kind of afraid about something, and say if you let somebody else know, you kind of let somebody else know if you've been threatened, to kind of help you out in a situation or mediate it or whatever. They tell you to kind of stay away from that energy. And that person could be hiding out, especially if they felt like they were kind of, saying certain things to you and making threats by yourself, but nobody else was around to kind of help you. Now someone else is there, they kind of cower away. That could be a situation. I'm guided to say that. And the Five of Wands is an energy where some of you need to stay away from that, I feel, for sure. Others of you, if your partner is hiding for whatever reason, they could be dealing with a situation where you're on the outside waiting in. The other person knows, the other person that they're dealing with, maybe an ex-partner or something like that, they don't like you two getting to know one another or that new relationship or connection. So that's the conflict, and maybe that's the reason why the other person is hiding away. That could be a scenario there. All right, so keep that in mind. And then the outcome for Cancer. Yeah, a lot of you with this particular energy or person or scenario, whoever it is, or this might be you, there's a hard time moving on from this energy. There's a hard time moving on from someone. This could be an ex-partner, and a lot of you are needing to just let it go, for sure. Others of you are still holding on to what's unhealthy, making excuses maybe for that person. They continue to do that. You know, it's not good. So it really just depends on what you might be going through. Some of you could be dealing with the Scorpio as well. And let's clarify the Eight of Swords for the personal energy coming towards you. Clarify the Eight of Swords. Yeah, that seems like somebody is married or in a relationship already with somebody else, and either you know this already, they do, or they're hiding this from you. Others of you as well, that could be you. If you're not talking to anyone or getting to know anyone, this is you needing to kind of work on yourself so that you can come out like the Empress, male or female, and attract that particular person towards you. And until then, you might be hiding out. That could be something of what's going on here. So oh, and let's clarify the Five of Wands for Cancer. Clarify the Five of Wands. Yeah. So there might be communication through you and another person, you sending it out or them sending it to you, and there's a lot of harsh words that might be said. And I don't feel, again, when the King of Swords and Eight of Wands is coming through, it tells you not to fall into a trap of a sob story or feeling pity for somebody because of what's going on here. So we're going to see what's going on here from the Romance Angels for Cancer for April 30th to May 6th. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. It says, well, yeah, the signs are cautioning you. That's a little small there. So be sure to be careful of how you deplete your energy or you allow someone else to do so. These signs are not healthy, and it really says that. You know, these cards go right together with that. So let's see, for Cancer for April 30th to May 6th. Whoa, we have two. This could be the one, and it says finances and career. So in this case, the other situation I mentioned about how that person could be hiding away because they may have other things going on behind the scenes with someone else, and until they deal with whatever they have to deal with, you don't need to keep interacting with that person because they have to take care of financial obligations. And when that happens, and when they clear out the past, then you two may be able to be together, you see. So I feel like a lot of you know what that might be. All right, so that's going to be your reading. I do hope that the messages did help you out. Lots of love to you, lots of light, tons of healing vibes. I wish you the very best, and thanks a lot for coming my way. Have a good one.